Greetings, land of the brave and beyond, and a very warm welcome to your Thursday morning edition of the Cabinet Committee briefing session. Coming to you live from the Government Information Center studio here in the heart of the nation's capital. Now, it is always an absolute pleasure being in your company. Just in case you are wondering, the Cabinet Committee briefing session is a national platform that is initiated by the Government of the Republic of Namibia, emanating from the Government Communication Strategy approved by Cabinet and implemented by the Ministry of ICT. Now, this platform is initiated to serve as a conduit for transmitting information on government projects, programs, policy formulations and advancement, but also strategic implementations, focus and updates within the various OMAs, which means offices, ministries and agencies. And of course, the main aim is to fast-track information dissemination across all organs of government and the general public. For this morning's episode, I am your host, Helene Philippus Hamunyela, and I am beyond delighted to be welcoming back the Dr. Emma Kantema, Minister of Gender Equality and Child Welfare, under her new portfolio. Honourable Minister, good morning and welcome back to the Government Information Center. Under your new portfolio, of course. Good morning. It's over to you to update the nation on matters relating to your ministry's mandate.
Thank you. A very good morning to you as well as to our viewers out there. I'm very much excited and I'm privileged for the opportunity for us as a ministry entrusted with the responsibility to ensure gender equality and promote the child welfare in the country, that we are implementing and discharging our mandate as entrusted. Today, fellow Namibians, I stand before you to share a comprehensive update on the work of our ministry that we have executed. We have made significant strides to empower women, safeguard our children, and to advance gender equality, as well as strengthen the social and economic fabric of our nation. Our guiding mission remains clear, that is to capacitate women micro-entrepreneurs, to nurture digital skills, especially for the women and men in entrepreneurship, to promote climate-smart farming, and to build a strong protective system for our children. Now, I would like to take the nation through in terms of different pillars or thematic areas that we implement as a ministry responsible to advance gender equality and women empowerment. We are very proud to share with the nation that we have launched this year earlier in March our National Gender Equality and Equity Policy, establishing a blueprint to achieve gender equality across the 12 critical areas. Now, this policy guides our actions to ensure that fair participation and opportunity for every Namibian is promoted. Building on this foundation, in April and in May this year, we advanced a gender-responsive budgeting and planning initiatives. This is an initiative that Cabinet approved in order for us to intensify mainstreaming of gender issues in all the various ministries, offices and agencies, and also across the sectors. We intensified capacity building for regional managers to this effect, and we intend also to ensure that we provide training that will include to key stakeholders such as parliamentarians, with the aim to expand training on gender-responsive planning and budgeting across sectors. Now, when we talk about capacity building, we have entered into a memorandum of understanding that will be signed in due course with NIPAM being our public institution that will then provide this training. And the training will include all our gender focal persons in different offices, ministries and agencies, including parliamentarians, as I indicated earlier. In addition, in July and August, as a ministry, we witnessed critical efforts to empower women economically. From 14th to 18th of July, we empowered 28 women in micro-entrepreneurs in the Northern Zone, where we coached, where they were coached on climate-smart agriculture, helping them to apply the practical skills that they've gained during the training. And this is really aimed at enhancing their livelihood and also ensuring that we do increase the issues of food security. We know that our president always talks about our sovereignty that is hinged on food security. Therefore, as a ministry, we have an initiative where we are empowering especially the women, but this is mostly also for community empowerment to ensure that they do partake into the mainstream of economy by engaging in agricultural activities as well. In Okahanja, that is in Otanjupa region, 50 women received training under the Improve Your Business program that we run as part of our initiative for women economic empowerment. And this training covers vital business modules, including costing, marketing, and record keeping. We do know that as entrepreneurs, we need to constantly capacitate them in terms of ensuring that they have the right skills for their businesses to thrive. Therefore, as a ministry, we take the skills building very seriously because we want our women entrepreneurs to succeed. In August, we expanded opportunities for women in male-dominated trades through Generate Your Business Idea and Start Your Business Training. To this effect, we have equipped 50 aspiring women entrepreneurs who are graduates from technical institutions to capacitate them for these women entrepreneurs to turn their skills into viable business. As a ministry also charged with gender equality, we are promoting women to also participate into male-dominated trades. Therefore, our graduates from various VTCs are then provided with this opportunity. Finally, in terms of the women economic empowerment, in September last month, the month that just ended 2 days ago, we delivered a 5-day digital literacy training to 31 women micro-entrepreneurs in Luderitz. This will then assist them to boost the essential digital competencies for business development. We know that in terms of automation, in terms of presence online, for entrepreneurs, this is where the world is heading. Therefore, it then becomes imperative that we assist our entrepreneurs with these much-needed skills. Turning to community women empowerment, a mandate that we are also executing. This is a function that's delegated to the Regional Council. In June this year, we entrepreneurs, these are men and women, under our income generating activities, where we capacitate them with equipment in order for these entrepreneurs to be provided with the essential tools to start their businesses. And this was done in Omosati. We have a pending one in Oshakati, in Oshana. We were informed that the team there is ready. We'll just be making those arrangements to ensure that we facilitate same in Oshana. Looking forward to fellow Namibians, we are committed to scaling up these businesses, entrepreneurship, and digital literacy programs to reach more regions and further integrate training outcomes with access to enterprise finance. Turning to combating gender-based violence, in June this year, 2025, as Her Excellency reported to the nation during a 100 days report, our ministry, together with Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology, marked a pivotal moment with the launch of the hashtag #EndGBV Namibia campaign that was launched in Commerce region in partnership with our development partners from the GIZ. The campaign seeks to eliminate gender-based violence by transforming social attitudes, strengthening institutional capacity, and fostering community engagement, including male participation. This campaign has since been reactivated in all 14 regions to sustain momentum and safeguard Namibians from violence and discrimination. Continued community, faith-based and traditional leader engagement will propel this vital initiative going forward. Now, turning to our mandate in terms of promoting child welfare, the ministry remains deeply committed to child welfare and early childhood development. We have witnessed in August the relaunch of a Right Start program. This program started way back in 2019 as a campaign, but we needed to institutionalize it. Therefore, we have relaunched it in August following a cabinet approval into a national program. Now, the Right Start National Program will be guided by 5 pillars of the Nurturing Care Framework. Now, these pillars stands for good health. It provides for adequate nutrition and responsive caregiving, opportunities for early learning, and security and safety. I have to hasten to mention that this program is more a coordinated effort, as I indicated, in encompassing all the important components to ensure that we give our children not only a start, but a right start. Therefore, covering all areas from health, nutrition, in terms of even issues of maternal health, coming to early learning, because early learning, providing the needed foundation for children in the first 8 years becomes very much important, because we are ensuring that we provide the building blocks for these children who are the future of Namibia, to ensure that they are provided with the opportunity to learn, they have the adequate nutrition, in terms of safety and security for the children is adequately provided, and this will extend also to what the Ministry of Education is entrusted to deliver, including the Ministry of Home Affairs, Safety and Security, and Immigration. Continuing with the early childhood development, as a ministry and statistics show, we have noticed that in terms of early age from 0 to 2 years, the enrollment in the ECDs is very low. Therefore, as a ministry, we have started to look at the initiative to provide a feeding scheme into early childhood development, because we know that in education, in terms of when they start with the grade 1, Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture then takes care of that part. Now, this is an initiative that we have collaborated with the Ministry of Education, Information, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture to ensure that we provide instant porridge to feed our ECD learners who are at the centers, community centers, and we have, to this effect, to roll out the feeding scheme. We have conducted training of trainers on food handling, hygiene, and monitoring, because this is a very sensitive process that needs to be handled with care when you are dealing with food. Therefore, that training was necessitated before we start rolling it out. These trainers will soon begin with nationwide rollout across all 14 regions to train our educators, to train the volunteers, or the parents who will serve the meals to over 110,000 children in 3,866 centers. This information is very important because we want it to reach the communities, right, even in the village areas, because the feeding scheme will take place in all centers, as I just mentioned now, 3,866 centers. Additionally, the ministry has officially opened, that's this week, a 7-week training program for our early childhood development educators in the Commerce region, with simultaneous training taking place in 6 other regions. That is in Karas, in Kavango East, Erongo, Omusati, Oshana, and Ochuzunjupa. This program, supported by the European Union and UNICEF, consists of 5 weeks of theoretical instructions to be followed by the remaining 2 weeks that will be for the practical training. The educators have been urged to engage fully to provide quality education during these formative years, an essential national investment for cognitive, emotional, and social development. This is an initiative that aims to provide capacity building to our educators, because we need to ensure that we adhere to standards and that quality caring to the little one is provided. Therefore, the ministry has engaged in a 7-week-long program that will be provided to our educators. Further strengthening child welfare, we provided psychosocial support to 700 children in need at the Namibia Children's Home and the after-school center in Grace Block that is in Commerce region in September. On 26 September, we launched the clinical handbook and child maltreatment developed together with WHO, that's the World Health Organization, and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, establishing a national standard for the identification, treatment, and reporting of child abuse. This handbook will be rolled out nationwide to empower social workers, nurses, and doctors in delivering consistent, high-quality care. We have also started distributing child-friendly materials that translate critical health and safety topics into languages children understand. That is more into graphics and comics. And we have also developed materials in terms of videos that we'll be sharing on our social platforms as a ministry, expanding our awareness of their rights and protection. In terms of strengthening our social welfare support system, as a ministry, we were inundated with workload in terms of the work that our social workers are entrusted to deliver to the community. And for the ministry to reinforce our social protection system, we have then employed an additional 8 social workers who will play a critical role in child welfare and gender-focused interventions, ensuring that the vulnerable population receives the care and the protection they require across Namibia. In fact, we envisage to increase this number as we have presented in our budget motivation earlier this year when the budget was tabled. Now, moving forward with our commitment, fellow citizens, the journey ahead is clear and it's promising. We will continue to deepen our gender equality initiatives, continuing to expand gender-responsive budgeting and planning training, and to sustain the hashtag #EndGBV Namibia campaign. As a ministry, we will scale and broaden entrepreneurship, climate-smart agriculture, and digital literacy programs to strengthen the link between skills training and the economic access. The Right Start program will extend its reach with strong monitoring and evaluation to ensure that positive child development outcomes is achieved. Child protection efforts will be reinforced through our nationwide rollout of the clinical handbook and the ongoing rights education to children. This ministry remains steadfast in transparent governance, evidence-based programming, and inclusive development that leaves no Namibian behind. As I conclude on the appraisal of the performance of our mandate as a ministry charged with the responsibility to provide gender equality or to advance gender equality and to promote the child welfare, I would like to thank the dedicated teams, our partners, and every Namibian contributing to us achieving our objectives. Let us collaborate, let us continue to innovate and to deliver for the people that we serve. As the President always says, one heart, one mind, my Namibia, my pride. We will continue together with our partners, together with our key stakeholders, including the civil society, to ensure that we do extend on what we are currently doing, because ours is to continuously ensure that we improve on what we do, we discharge our mandate with diligence and the responsibility that we are entrusting with. Once again, thank you very much for the opportunity to appraise the Namibian nation in terms of our mandate, and we look forward to be doing so at a continuous interval. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much once again, Honourable Minister, for gracing us with your presence this morning and for that comprehensive update. Thank you so much. Indeed, your insights on gender equality, protecting the child and the Namibian child, and uplifting vulnerable communities. And they are so invaluable to us, especially in the progressing of the Namibian nation. Thank you so much. Well, Namibia, that concludes this morning's briefing on the Cabinet Committee briefing session. Do join us again next time when we bring you another fruitful discussion here at the GIC or an update from one of our ministers. Thank you so much. I was joined in the studio by the Dr. Emma Kantema, the Minister of Gender Equality and Child Welfare. I have been your host. My name is Helene Velapusamunyela. From all of us, it's goodbye.